We doing the most over here. All right, we're gonna have all this incentive, you guys. Um, it's exciting. It's a lot. There's a lot happening with it. I will say, when I looked at it, I was like, I'm sorry. Hmm? Okay. So, because it's a lot of points, but we have to remember that yes, the trips are awesome and amazing, and they are phenomenal. They are phenomenal, but they're just the big cherry on top to us really making sure we have strong businesses. Okay. That's really what these incentives are. They're to help us get on track and to focus our businesses on what matters. So, fall is a time where it's super crazy. It's insane. There's usually something new every single week. Okay. I'm sure by the end of the winter season, our customers are like, I'm tired of hearing from you. Please stop talking to me for just a little bit. But there's just so much. There's so much that happens. So I'm going to tell you the most important thing is going to be your communication with your customers. Okay. So emailing your customers, texting your customers. Okay. I kind of go from the spring and summer where I might send one text a week. Maybe that's like real loose. I probably send maybe one text a month in the summer, to be completely honest with you. To fall, where it is literally one a week. Yeah, emails always once a week. For my customers, when I sit down to do the one for you guys, which I haven't done this week, I pretty much copy and paste and fill it in. Like that's what I use for my template for my customers. Okay, so when you get that email from me at the beginning of the week, which might start happening on Fridays because it just works out better for us. Mondays are just crazy with homeschooling. Use that as your template. Use it as your template to fill it in and send an email to your customers. Communication, communication, communication. Okay. They need to know what's going on. And if you spot that person who's loving all the stuff, they need to just go ahead and join to get paid back on their own orders. All right. So under our incentive tabs on the workstation, we're going to find the incentive tab, gosh, which is under more. Okay. Scentsy has a tracker for you, but I just gave you guys a tracker that works for my brain. It's Chastity Robinson makes one every year, and it's actually what I've used every single year to earn the incentives, because it just makes it easy. It just really does. So she has it on here, okay, where she's got, I printed two. So I print two. One is going to be what I would like to happen, and then one is going to be what is actually happening. Okay, because we all know that you can sponsor up the backside, but that does not mean that every single new consultant is going to come out the gate ready to work. Yes, it's so straightforward. You're welcome, Marissa. This is so straightforward, so easily, and her teacher brain and her ADHD brain is like music to my eyeballs and ears. Okay, so you've got your front lines name, okay, and a tracker. So you can see, you can put who. I started filling one in. Shelly Cash this morning said that she wants to promote to lead. Okay, well, that's too easy. So on my one of what I would like to happen, I already wrote her name down, and then I put a mark underneath lead because she wants to get to lead. I want to help her get there. So once she hits lead, that's 2,500 points for me. Okay, so that's where you're going to do that. And then on the totals, you're just, once you fill this all in for your team and your people, okay, or if you don't have very many people, you can just put new consultant, put it in pencil. When you get that new consultant, erase it and write their actual name. Okay, so you can just put new consultant, and then you can do check mark their certified, right? And then you can check mark their sensational start, and that way you'll be able to keep track of everybody. You do get points for previous consultants, okay, who maybe they are reinstates and they never promoted to certified. It has to be their first time promoting, okay? Or a teammate that you already have who literally has just not really been caring. They promote to certified, and you do get points for them. So put them on there too, okay? Don't just leave them off. Then she has planned PRB for each month, your actual PRB, and then your activity bonus, okay, which we'll get into all this in a minute. And then, so monthly activity points, she has listed out on here. So leads 100, stars 300, superstar is 500, director is 1,000, star director is 1,500, and superstar director is 2,500, okay? So those activity points are going to be crucial. You want to be paid a title. All right. As close as you can get to being paid at title, that's where you want to be. Right now, I'm be super transparent. I don't have 4 frontline directors right now. So for me, I cannot get that 2,500 activity bonus at this current point in time if I'm not paid at title as a superstar director, right? So I would be looking at the star director portion. Okay. Then she has personal promotion. So if you can promote, this is where you're going to be looking at your next title of what you can get. Okay. And we'll go over those in a second. Then you get points for attending world tour. That's 500 points. So make sure you sign up for that this winter. And then you get PRV consistency points. If you get 1,000 PRV for 5 out of the 6 months, you get 1,500 points, which is amazing. Okay. Everybody here is more than capable of that, especially during the fall season. You can do it. Okay. And on the back, she wants us to sponsor all the people. Look at all those spots to sponsor. I love it. I love it. Okay. Back to our workstation. So our Scentsy incentive trip, y'all, Greece is one of my most favorite places in the whole wide world. I love Greece. Love Greece, love Greece, love Greece. Okay. So, it has ever dreamed of exploring the ancient ruins of Ephesus, bartering your way through the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, which is in Turkey, or basking in the beauty of the Santorini sunset. Santorini is phenomenal. So we are planning an epic adventure throughout Greece and Turkey, cruising the Aegean Sea, which stops in Santorini and Mykonos. Greece and Ephesus, Istanbul, Turkey, which is really exciting. So we're going to start earning points now through sales, sponsoring, and promotions. Okay. Literally the trip of a lifetime. It's right here, right here. So exciting. Okay. So there's a lot of different levels. Okay. Lots of different levels, which is exciting too, because you want to shoot for the stars on this trip. You want to shoot because guess what? If you shoot for the stars and you miss, you're still going to earn a level. So my advice is always to shoot higher than you actually want to go. So if you're like, I really just want to go to SFR, that's phenomenal. And I love that for you, but you're not shooting for that because you can land there, right? But you're going to go ahead and you can pick. So say you earn your trip for 1, but the flight is not included. You've got level 2. You can still pick the SFR choice. Okay. So we're shooting for the stars. And if we miss, we're still going to land amongst something great. All right. So if you want to go to Scentsy Family Reunion, that's level 1. It's 1,500 points, and that's 500 sponsoring points. Okay. So you can get 1,000 sponsoring points just for having one teammate hit certified for the very first time. We can do that. Okay. We can do that. And then you have level 2. So you earn a trip for 1, but the flight is not included. So you would also, at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But then I started thinking, okay, but say that I up the amount of parties that I normally do, that's going to up my check, which means I can save 4 flights if need be, right? And I can still make the trip. I'm not just going to be like, oh, darn, I don't have the money to make the trip, because I'm going to be smart. Each PRV is like, each one PRV is a point. So I'm going to overbook myself, overbook my parties this season, because I want to save for a flight just in case, right? But I also want to make sure I'm getting those PRV points. Okay. So that's a win-win right there. That's level 2. It's 25,000 points total. Okay. But you have to have that 3,000 required sponsoring points. 3 new certified consultants. Okay. Okay. It's possible. We can do this. All right. Level 3 is you completely have earned a trip for yourself with your flight. It's 40,000 points, and it does include those 3,000 sponsoring points. All right. Level 4, you have earned a trip for 1 with the flight included. So yourself, you also have your flight, plus you get to bring someone else along with you, but you have to pay for a flight. Okay. So again, if it's your spouse, then you can overbook your parties, start saving that extra money, right, for the flight. If it's someone like, I don't know, your mom, then you can be like, hey, mama, if you want to come, I did the hard work. You can pay for your dang self. Like, whatever that looks like for you in your situation. Okay. But that one is what? Level 4. Yeah. Level 4. Yes. Okay. So that's 50,000 points, 6,000 sponsoring points, okay? And then we have level 5, which is all inclusive, everything, okay? Includes the flights. You have 6,000 sponsoring points, but it is a trip for 2 completely, and it's 65,000 points. And I'm gonna be really honest, the difference between level 1 or level 5 and level 4 is only 15,000 points. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you're sponsoring, okay, and you're putting in the work for your PRV, that's not a huge jump compared to like what, level 1 or level 3, where you have a trip for 1 and your flight is included, versus level 5, which is earn a trip for 2 with your flights included, because that one is 40,000 to 65,000 points difference. Okay, so it's a lot, but it's going to be so good. Why did my chair feel so low? How do I lift this up? Oh, I guess that's as high as I go. Okay, all right. So earning points. We've already started earning points. Okay. Brittany said she needs to get her butt in gear. I'm right with her. I got to figure out my life and get it going. Okay. So 1 PRV is 1 incentive point. Okay. If you have a brand new consultant and you want to be plugging in with your brand new consultants and you want to tell them about earning Sensational Start during this time, okay, you want them to get their, what is it, shooting star, and you want them to get their Sensational Start, okay? So if your new consultant earns Sensational Start during the qualification period, y'all, level 1 of Sensational Start is going to be 1,000 points. So not only that, but they also promoted to certified for the first time, right? Certified consultant also gets another 1,000 points for hitting certified for the first time. So that's 2,000 points towards that incentive, okay? So that's exciting. You want to get your new people on board with that as soon as you can, okay? Oh my gosh. My little one is having me carry around a secrets notebook for him. Isn't that sweet? Put that in my pocket. I'm like, what is against my leg? Okay. 500 points for attending World Tour, okay? 1,500 points for all of us if we hit, when we hit, the 1,000 PRV for 5 months out of the 6 months, okay? Back to Sensational Start. So anyways, your person, if they hit level 2 of Sensational Start, they're going to get 2,000 points. If they hit level 3 of Sensational Start, they get 5,000 freaking points. Y'all, that's insane for our new people, okay? So we need to make sure that we're really, really hyping them up with that, okay? Now, I will tell you, one of my biggest focuses at the very beginning of the incentive is going to be to sponsor as many people as I can. Why? Because again, not everybody comes out of the gate ready to work and excited to be a Sensi consultant and like, yeah, let me try to hit Sensational Start. Let me try to get certified as fast as possible. Some of those people need the whole 6 months to get certified. So if I want those points, okay, maybe it's not a big deal to them, but it is to me, then I need to make sure I am front loading this incentive with sponsoring. So they have plenty of time to get active or to get 1,000 points because they're now certified, okay? So keep that in mind. You want to sponsor as many people this month and next month as you can. So whether that means that you are doing party flipping, you need to account for party flipping, okay? Every single host, you should be asking, do they want to join? That means, again, you need to make sure you're filling up that extra PRV in case they say yes. Say you have a party and it's a 500 PRV party, which is amazing. They say yes, you ain't got 500 PRV. You see what I'm saying? So they're closer, one step closer to Sensational Start, which is awesome. But you no longer have that 500 PRV. So you've got to bump up the amount of parties that you're used to doing, which is why that communication with our customers really, really comes into play, okay? So if you promote during this time, this is so exciting. So certified consultants will get 1,000 points. Lead consultants will get 1,500 points. For promotion, stars will get 2,000 points. Superstars will get 3,000. Directors will get 5,000. Star directors, 8,000. Superstar directors, 10,000 points. Okay. So let me just tell you, like, it is possible for you to work your butt off and get promoted to where you want to be. 1,000%. 1,000,000%. It's possible. You have to believe it and you have to put in the work. Okay. Because, like, I can believe in you all day long and I believe in every single one of you here. But if you don't believe in yourself and you don't put in the work, I'm just over here believing in you by myself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of us believing together. So we have to be able to do it. And listen, you, me, your director, we are here to help you however we can get to that level of incentive that you want, get to that promotion. Communicate with us. Okay. Hey, I need some accountability today. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do a booking blitz right now. Like, we will help you. That's what we want to do. We want to help you. Okay. So, also, caveat to that, not that you don't matter, because you do always, but looking at this point system, where do you think your director and your, we don't have any STs, or your superstar director, is their focus on making sure more leaders are promoting or that are already been leaders, or is it bringing in new leaders? Okay, just from looking at this plan, that's where their main focus is going to be: sponsoring, creating new leaders. Okay, so you have to speak up. You just have to. We want to help you, but you have to, because our brains are going this way, not in all these ways. See what I'm saying? Because then it all gets tangled up like this, and this is how my brain works and looks. Okay, so speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up and reach out. Okay, that's huge. All right, so our activity bonuses. Okay, so we already went through them, but the activity bonuses are going to be where you are paid at title. It's where you're paid at title at. Okay, so even if you're a superstar consultant, but you're not paid at title as a superstar or star, and you're paid at title as a lead consultant, okay, that's going to be 100 points instead of the 500 points for that month. That's a big difference. So you want to work to be as close to paid at title as you can. That's going to come from you working with your team. Okay, so you want to work, you still want to work with your team, right? But you have different focuses throughout this incentive. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, as long as it makes sense. Okay, good luck at your appointment, Marissa. Okay, so what do we have for that? Okay, we have our sponsor and earn sensational start points for each new frontline. Okay, that's a good amount of points. So for each frontline that you have that earns the incentive, no, I lied, earn sensational start. Okay, you also get points. So they get points and you get points. Okay, so if your person gets level 1, all right, you get 500 points. So level 1, they'd already be certified. So you would also get, where am I? Y'all, it's okay. You'd get 1,000 points. Okay, so you're going to get 1,000 points, and they just hit level 1 sensational start. So you're going to get 1,500 points from that one consultant starting off strong and you helping them start off strong. Okay, they hit level 2, you're getting an extra 1,000 points on top of their certified points. Level 3, you're getting an extra 2,000 points on top of their certified points. That's legit. That's a lot of points from one consultant that you can get. Okay, so you want to sponsor. Okay, I will say, I was actually talking to somebody the other day and they're like, so should I just be having all these kits, right, that could come from a host exclusive kit with my catch-all parties? Should I just be giving them out to people? And that's up to you. Honestly, it is up to you. If you want to bless someone with a kit, a no out-of-pocket cost kit, be very mindful and stay in compliance with how you share about that publicly. In my experience, those consultants usually don't end up doing much. Okay, how much free Scentsy do I really need? I don't. Okay, but I want my people to at least have some stake in the game. So I try to make it to where they're at least paying $25 for the kit. Okay, or more, rather than just gifting it, unless I really, really know that someone could really, really, really use this as a blessing and they just cannot afford it. Okay, that's a whole different thing. So that's up to you for what you want to do. Okay, all right. Where was I? Okay, them promoting. All right, so anybody you've sponsored before August 1st, okay, then you can get points for them once they hit certified for the very first time. All right, so that's going to be 250 points. So don't just peace out on people who've been around for a little bit and they're just not certified yet. I would be very honest with them. Can I help you relaunch your business? Like, cool. Okay, last incentive, I went through every single frontline I had that was not certified and asked them if we could relaunch their business to get them to certified. I explained to them what it did for them. Then I explained to them what it also did for me, because I'm not going to be shady about it. I'm going to be honest. I want my 250 points, but I also want to help you become certified. Does that make sense? So I wouldn't be like, I don't know. I would just be upfront and honest about it. That's kind of how I roll. And if they joined me, most likely they know that's how I roll. So there you go. Okay. And even towards the end, I'm like, hey girl, you're only 40 PRV from being certified at the end of the incentive. I'm like, it's 250 points. Do you need any Scentsy? Because that goes towards you getting certified. Does your mama need Scentsy? Like, not that I'm trying to harp on them, but hey, we're down to the wire. Like, I try to pour so much into you. Do you need anything to get yourself to certified or to have another party? What do you want to do? What does that look like? Let's get you to certified. Okay. So just be honest with your consultants and your teammates. All right. Once you have, so for the first frontline that you have that promotes to certified, you get 1,000 points. Okay. Your second one second frontline who promotes to certified. Okay. You get 1,000 points for that first one, but then you get 1,500 points for that second one. Okay. So that second person is bumped up in how many points you can get for helping them reach their goals. All right. They still get the 1,000, but you get 1,500. And then three or more certified brand new consultants, you're going to get 1,500 points. No, I lied. You're going to get 1,000 for the first, 1,500 for the second one, 3,000 for number 3 and above when it comes to them getting certified. That's huge. Okay. So you want to promote more than 3 brand new certified consultants. You want to sponsor more than 3. Don't set your sights down here at sponsoring. Sponsor as many people as you can. Talk about this incentive, the blessing of Scentsy, all of the things as much as you can. Okay. And about joining all the time, everywhere, all over the place. All right. This is a time period where we have to get uncomfortable. This is the time period where your girl starts making those. They're all in my car. Starts making those opportunity packets. And listen, we go through the drive-through, I'm handing it out. Like, and I sweat every time. But hey, if you're looking for more cash, you need to earn more money, think about joining Scentsy, contact me. When you go out to a restaurant, leave it on the table, talk to your waitress, okay? Literally anybody and everybody. You have Hobby Lobby, you might as well go ahead and, hey girl, like, if you love crafting and you love putting cute things together, you'd be a great Scentsy consultant. You don't know who could use extra money right now, use this opportunity, the community, and who might be just the one consultant that you're like, oh, dang, look at this one consultant. They are rocking it out. And now they've just helped you explode your business. Okay. So all of the people, we're going to talk to all those. Okay. So there are 4 different ways to earn sponsoring points. Okay. And that's going to be when you sponsor and your frontline consultant earns Sensational Start level 1, 2, or 3. All right. Each person who has been around before August 1st and promotes to certified, you get points for. Okay. 250. Then you have the 1,000 through 3,000 points for each frontline who promotes to certified. Okay. And then you have what is this one? Oh, then you have the 2,500 points, okay, for each frontline consultant promotion who hits lead consultant. So there's 4 different ways to earn the sponsoring points that you need to get to your level, okay? So if you have someone who promotes to lead, that's exciting. So you want to know who's ready to promote and kick up their business within your organization that you're the mama bear of, okay? You need to go personally ask every single one of the people on your front line if they're ready to kick their business up a notch. All right. Because if they hit lead, that's just more points. Okay. And you want to ask them about hitting the incentive. Talk to them about all of the things. Hey, did you know when you're a lead consultant, I was actually talking to someone about this morning, you end up on the consultant locator. So that means if someone's looking for a local consultant and you're a lead consultant, Scentsy puts your name out there and they can pick to shop from you. I've gotten three new customers. One day I'm going to say the right words at the right time and it's going to be phenomenal. I've gotten three new customers from the consultant locator this month. Okay. So you want to explain why your people want to be a lead consultant. You want to be a lead consultant or above for that exact same reason, right? You get bonuses, leadership bonuses. Your check is going to increase when you do that. They can also get more incentive points. All right. So explain to them all of the things. Do you want to kick up your business a notch? Do you want to work for the incentive? Do you want to become a lead consultant? Those are the people you're really, really going to work with. And I will say too, maybe they say no right now, but in, what are we in, August? So August, September, October, maybe in November or October, they're ready to do the darn thing. So check back in with them in a few months. Hey girl, just want to see how you're doing. Do you have anything that you're wanting to work towards with Scentsy? Okay, don't just leave people in the dust when they say no, because it might just be really, really overwhelming. If somebody asked me to do literally anything right now, I would say no. That's where I'm at with starting school with my kids, football season. My husband is starting a new job. Like, we're officially really retired from the military. Like, there's so much happening. I would say no. Okay. But if they're to ask me maybe in a month or two when I'm like, oh, I got my groove, life is good. All right. We're doing good things. Then I would have a completely different mindset. Okay. So make sure you're really checking in with your people. So we're going to up our parties for sure. You want to up your parties. And when you fill out this, you're going to be able to see how much you need to work to get to where you want to be. Okay. Up your parties, fundraisers. Fundraisers, fundraisers, fundraisers. I actually just talked to two different people last week about this. And I was like, listen, you can have the entire commission that I would get from Scentsy for your fundraiser. Don't care about the commission because I'm bumping up the amount of parties I'm doing anyways. I need those incentive points. That's where I'm like, that's what I want to do. Let me give back to you, give back to our community. I need incentive points. Okay. So once that, and you can choose when you do a fundraiser, how much of your commission you're giving to that fundraiser. But I'm like, listen, let's make our goal to be $2,000 in sales with your fundraiser. And then you're going to get 30% of that 2,000 back to you and your organization. That's $600. That's a lot of money. Okay. So I'm like, if I don't need that money, cool. I want those incentive points. If you're like, ooh, I'm not doing 30%, but I would maybe do 15 or 10, then do 15 or 10. Okay. And it can be as simple as you creating a shopping link, putting it on a little flyer for them, making it all cutesy on Canva for whatever their cause is, and having them pass it out to people. Whoever shops from that QR code, then you know they belong to that fundraiser. It can be that simple. It really, really can. Okay. So fundraisers are going to be your BFF right now, especially with the school starting. See if you can sponsor a teacher. Okay. You can do fundraising for literally anything. You could do fundraising maybe for, it's actually really sad, but one of our teammates lost her baby. Okay. And she wanted to raise money for funeral costs for her baby. And so she was like, do you have any ideas? And I'm like, girl, open up a shopping link and tell people shop through this link. And then you know that one link, all of that commission goes back to putting it towards your baby's funeral. You can still do other parties if that's what you're choosing to do, but that one link is like, hey, this is for my son's funeral, shop through here so that we can use that money for this. That's a fundraiser. You can do a fundraiser for a teacher who might need some supplies. Maybe they don't want the Scentsy. That's okay. You can use that free and half off Scentsy to sponsor somebody, right? With the host exclusive kit, you can do that. And you can just give them the commission that they need to use for all of their school supplies for their classroom. School supplies are expensive. Okay. I just bought some stuff for my class and I was like, also, preteens smell. Okay. So like wasn't just buying school supplies. I'm like, we're buying a men's spray deodorant and a women's spray deodorant and some bathroom wipes to have in here for all of these seventh graders because it's 114 degrees and y'all stink when you come out in from outside playing football. And I don't want to sit in a classroom with you. Love you, mean it. Okay. So it doesn't just have to be like them getting crayons and markers and paper. It can be more than that. Okay. So anything that you can do for a fundraiser, a sports team. I'm actually need to talk to my sons, their football coach. Do we need to raise funds for the Centex Christian Chargers football team? Because if so, I can pass out a link, right? Have these people pass it out to their friends and family. And then all they do is shop. They get their Scentsy. Once my commission check gets in, it goes, part of it goes right to the football team. Okay. You can do it for a church. You can do it for, oh my gosh, literally anything. I mean, oh my gosh, say somebody's like, I'm having a hard time putting food on my table. And you're like, let's do a fundraiser for that. Okay. Whatever it is, put it out there that you do fundraisers for literally everything. My plan is to talk about fundraising like once a week in my stories and then also talk to people one-on-one. That's my plan. I'm like, let me do a Scentsy fundraiser for you, please. I did one for my sister for her mission trip to Africa and ended up raising her like $300 for just extra that she needed. And she was like, I hit my goal. Now I don't have to worry about not being able to eat at the airport. And I'm like, okay, we wouldn't let you starve at the airport, girl. Like we would figure it out. Don't worry. But yes, here is a check for this much because I put it in my stories and people shop from it. I put it in my customer email. If you would like to help support my sister for her mission trip, buy your items from this link. Super simple. Okay. So sponsoring, upping your parties, front loading your sponsoring, upping your parties, the amount of parties you're doing, and then fundraisers. That's also a really good way to hit annual sales also. Have the annual sales award, which is just extra money in the summer that you get, which you couldn't use extra money in the summer with the way these kids eat. I'm fine. Everything's fine over here. Kind of. It's fine. We're working. We're doing good things. Okay. So questions, ideas, thoughts, anything. Britt, do you have anything? You've earned a few incentives. You have anything good to say to us?
Sorry, perfect timing. I literally just pulled into a perfect spot. So you have to be consistent. You've got to be transparent with your customers and your team. You've got to let people know what you're working towards. And like what I told my team is the biggest goal, like even if you're not wanting to go to Greece or out of country or anywhere, you want to hit SFR. You want to earn that. You want to be able to be like, oh, I got registration paid for. That's at least $300 paid for. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about making those payments because your registration is covered. That's my goal every year is to make sure I have my registration covered. I don't want to have to pay for that. I don't want to spend that extra money for that because you're going to have all this money that you want to spend at SFR. So just let people know, hey, I'm already working towards my Scentsy family reunion. And if you want to join me in it, let's get you started now because we can do it together. That's a big thing. I don't think people realize that it's in their reach also. A lot of people who buy Scentsy, like, oh my God, that looks so fun. Girl, I got you. You can come with me. Because if you know me, a lot of people know me. I'm very transparent. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool. I do all the things. I go to Disney. Your girl needs the money, and I do it all from my phone. You make time for things that you want. Everybody has a busy life. Everybody has something going on, and I think people don't realize that just because you're busy doesn't mean you can't do it. I do a lot of my stuff just sitting on the couch watching TV or when I have downtime, sitting on the toilet, whatever, just make the time to make a post, schedule your post out for the night before. It does not have to be hard. And I'm working really hard on cutting the fluff because I don't have time for all that. Keep it simple, keep it simple, trying to get the incentive. Add more parties, cut the fluff so you don't have to worry about doing all the things at once. Just keep it simple. I think that's just like a really big thing that I'm trying to get my people focused on is keeping things simple so it doesn't overwhelm you because it is a lot of points. But if we keep it simple, we can help our team, we can help each other, and we can have those more parties because we're not trying to do all the extra. But that's just my take on it, and that's what I usually do for an incentive. I just work really hard on getting those parties and getting those PRV and helping my team sponsor and helping people who want to move up within the company. You know, this is what I'm doing. Follow my lead. You know, I will never tell anybody to do something that I'm not doing because that's ridiculous. You know, so I'm keeping it simple. So I'm telling everybody to keep it simple. But that's what I got.
Yeah, I love that. And I think too, when people quit, usually when I hear that from a consultant and they're like, I can't focus on Sensi right now. It's just too much. But it doesn't have to be, right? You feel like it's too much because you've now made it too much, or you've been looking at all these groups and you think that's what you should be doing. No, party, follow up with your customers, communicate with your customers, which is following up, right? And sponsor, talk to people about joining. There you go. That's keep it that simple. Those three things, like that was four. Was it four? I don't know. Whatever. Those few things, that's what you are focusing on. That's what you're getting done. And we have the app now. Yes, I was about to say that when you were talking. That is one of the biggest things. Once a week, open that app. See who you need to be talking to. Okay. Keep it so simple, you guys. There's verbiage for hosting and joining on the Wildflower Warrior page underneath the photo albums. Um, there's even host reward, like pictures of different host rewards, and you can be like, you could get all, because if you say you can get $100 in free Sensi, okay, cool. But if you can show a picture of what that might look like, that's going to get their attention more than you just saying you could earn $100 in free Sensi, right? So yes, Christina, use that app. It is the bee's knees. I'm so thankful for it because it has taken one thing off my plate that I'm not good at, writing it all down and going back and checking. Like, I'm just not. But if it's on my phone, guess what I can do tonight while my boys are practicing football? Because I'm not sitting outside in that heat. I'm gonna be sitting in the air conditioning in my car for 2 hours. So guess what I can do? I can open that app, right? And I can start going ahead and checking on all my customers and talking to them and trying to book parties because it's already got everything in there for me. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, and you guys, I'm gonna just say this too. Hold on, pause actually. Okay, that was so great. All right, this is a weird way to end this, but hold on, stopping the recording.